Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of Sector 5. I'm your host as always, Cody the Hangman Heinzman. Monday Night Raw has just ended, and I am here to give my pay-per-view predictions for Hell in a Cell. Before we get started, you may hear Proton John stream in the background. It's currently playing, and also got 2K17 playing in the background as well. So, just a little thing in the background. But, with that out of the way, let's get started. Following usual format, non-title matches and title matches, but we really only have one non-title match to talk about, so let's talk about it. We have Enzo, Amore, and Big Cass versus the Club. And with this one, I honestly see Enzo and Big Cass picking up the win. Basically because the Club seems to not be like a winning team right now. They just seem to be the heel tag team that goes after everyone and can't win. That's what the Club's like right now. So there's that. So let's talk about title matches. We have TJ Perkins versus Brian Kendrick, and I honestly think TJ Perkins is going to keep the title. Brian Kendrick at the end of Monday Night Raw did try and beg TJ Perkins to let him win it, but I don't see it happening. Next up, we have... I'm going to break the usual for a reason. I have it wrote down here, Cruiserweight title, Women's title tag, US, Universal. That's the way I was going to continue to do it. But for a reason, I'm going to skip to the tag team match. We have New Day versus Sheamus and Cesaro. Originally, I thought New Day was not going to lose the title at Hell in a Cell. But it is 50 more days before they break the record of demolition. And I originally thought that they were going to keep the title until then. And then Sheamus and Cesaro would take the title. But with 50 days added to the equation, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Sheamus and Cesaro are going to take the tag team titles. They are basically going to become Team Hell No-ish, okay? A team that's not coherent together will fight, but are champion. That is what I see happening with Sheamus and Cesaro. And I originally was like, they're going to let New Day keep the titles till they beat Demolition's record, because that seems to be WWE's thing right now, to let people break records. But with 50 days, I see Sheamus and Cesaro leaving with the title. So now we will talk about the Divas match, women's match. We have Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the women's championship inside Hell in a Cell. That is the reason I wanted to wait. The next 3 matches are all Hell in a Cell matches. And this, they say, is the first time ever women's Hell in a Cell match for the women's title. So, and I see Sasha retaining the title. I honestly do. She is not the favorite going into it, but she is favored as in she's been injured a lot, as Charlotte brought up. And I can see a lot more injuries being pursued inside Hell in a Cell as Mick Foley tried to warn them. So that's why I think Sasha, I also just think Sasha is not going to lose the title. Yes, she did lose it at the pay-per-view after she won it. This is kind of a rerun type thing, but I don't think we're going to see a full rerun. So let's talk about the United States Championship match. We got Rusev versus Regins for the United States Championship inside Hell in a Cell. As I said, next 3 matches, which after this one will be just one more, are all Hell in a Cell matches. And I honestly see Reigns walking out as champion. I don't see why he wouldn't. He's beaten Rusev before, not inside of a cell. the cell more or less favors Rusev, being the brutality in that. But I see Reigns walking out still United States Champion. Finally, we have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins inside Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship. Maybe. And the reason I say maybe is the end events to Monday Night Raw. Kevin Owens did the power bomb to the apron to Seth Rollins. And that's what concerns me. He did the same thing to Sami Zayn, and what happened? Sami Zayn couldn't compete. He did the same thing to John Cena. John Cena was out for a little while. Which means the triple threat Hell in a Cell match between Kevin Owens and Seth Rollins, being the third one, may not happen. Will WWE most likely reward someone else the opportunity? Maybe. But it's not looking too good to see Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins for the title anymore. So there's that. I mean, if the match does happen, I still see Kevin Owens retaining it simply because of that action. There's no way we're going to see Rollins walking out as Universal Champion. And either way, there's Chris Jericho as well, but, whatever. So that's my predictions on Hell in a Cell. So, close this up. And the next time you see me do predictions, we go back to Old Faithful. Because next one is Survivor Series, which will have both Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Superstars. So, here it is. As always, I'm Kendrick the Hangman Husband. That's just how it is.